I was thinking about preparation for this week, and I'm in a great place where I know exactly what my NPCs are going to do, and I have no idea what's going to happen tonight. So there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, ordinarily, theoretically, I would say, gee, John, that's great news. However,
Given-
not really great news from the player of Willie over here.
Perhaps, perhaps not. We'll see. So I what I don't know, and I guess so I want to start with is, where is Gratitude going to drive to?
Yeah. Oh
And just to
man.
kind of reframe us and kind of get us in this, she's in the unmarked police car, which she's
Same
recognized is
car.
an unmarked police car. Um,
Yeah.
she doesn't know the details about it, even though we kind of sort of do. She doesn't. Um, Actually, let me wind up a bit. I was actually going through my NPC list to try to figure out like what they're all up, kind of what their actions are. This, kind of going into this time frame, this tonight's thing,
Mhm.
and I thought for me it was a little bit useful to review this one thing, this one issue, just so I don't make the same type of mistake I did last time with forgetting. And Ron reminded me, it reminded us that Gratitude would know that this was
Yeah.
Zag's compound.
Mhm.
So just for my sake, it was helpful, and maybe it would be useful, Sam, for you too, for me to share this. Though, of and so this is sort of like a behind the scenes meta thing, but I think it was helpful for me, so maybe helpful for you. Of the characters we've discussed and who've kind of shown up, especially in like Willie's story, Gratitude would know W and remember him as being part of, like, he was like at these cult meetings. He would have been the guy who was in charge of like making sure, the pantry was stocked and things like that. So he was always the kind of right hand guy doing a lot of the, logistical stuff. And so, W, you wouldn't know Lena. Lena is like we don't, she wasn't in the picture when you were around. And
That makes sense.
the guy Julian Dunn would have been someone you had seen around Zag while he was in the cult.
Mhm.
So, but I mean, you don't know the background, but that was helpful for me to kind of just sort of think that out.
Yeah. That all actually aligns exactly with what I thought, so that makes a lot of sense.
So that's just want to get on the same page.
Does it
Yeah.
also make sense that, and if this is too much information to give away,
Sure.
I don't know how sensitive the info is, but Lee would also be unknown to.
Yes, Lee would be unknown as well. Yeah.
I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I mean,
And Lee and Lena are a
siblings.
package.
Was what you said.
What I told you.
Right, but
yeah.
Okay.
The impression.
You exactly. Okay.
So you're in the car. Anyway, so you're in the car. It is the unmarked police car. It is, and you did have that encounter again with Lee in his like military Jeep, but no real reason to think anything of it. Or there's lots of reasons to think something of it. So hard to say. It's hard for me to say what Gratitude might be thinking or what she wants to do.
Yeah.
To say that.
See, this is hard. Yeah, this is hard because she's kind of now a bit of a fugitive, because once this cop is, alive and well, he has a lot of ability to come and just do anything he wants to her, basically. So I think what I'm picturing her doing is first she needs to get rid of this car.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's really bad to like be driving that. So I think she's going to, I guess, go just to a random place in the city and kind of leave it parked somewhere.
Nice.
And then somewhere that would be near like a train or a bus.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. That's what she's doing first.
Yeah. So you can get back. So you can kind of get back into the she drives back to Bulwark. Then that's
Mhm.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like we said, it is the middle of the day. So she's probably would prefer maybe it was not like there's like darker and everything and a little bit tired, but it's the bright light of day kind of shining down on her. I don't think it's a problem for her to take she could take it to the neighborhood around the bus station, which we've seen the bus station already earlier in the game, and so it wouldn't be hard for her to do that. What's her after she ditches the car, what's the next step?
Yeah, so now we had established kind of vaguely at the beginning of the game that, because of her former husband who is now, blown to bits.
Yeah.
So she knows maybe some local politicians and people like that. I
Yes.
think
Yeah.
we had said that.
Had a rich life is a trait.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So one of those people, whoever it is that she thinks is the most powerful. Now this is this.
You're also all beat up. I mean, and this has been, if in my unfortunate experience, after taking a
Yeah.
beating like that, about
Hmm.
6 to 12 hours afterward, that's exactly when you look horrible. And movies and TV never do it because they're never going. They'll have certain theatrical ooh owie owie kind of makeup, but not the actual disfigured, beaten face, off-putting looks that a person has.
Right. Yeah. So I think. Yeah,
I don't think it prevents you from doing anything. Just
no, but it is. It's good to keep in mind that she's like really fucked up looking. So I think she's got hood on and like drawn tight around her face, like with the strings pulled a bit, I think, and like tied together so that it's like a little comical, I guess, and probably sunglasses on or something. And yeah, I think. Oh man, this is a question because she's definitely considering going to one of these politicians and being like, "Hey, I know this stuff about Amos Zag. He had an undercover cop working for him and who, and all this stuff, and I was imprisoned."
Well, and we did say Mayor Watterson. Mayor Watterson, who is running against, who's trying not to lose to Zag.
Yeah, so I think she's gonna go to Mayor Watterson.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how is it like? How does she contact him? What does that look like? What is that?
Oh man, this is interesting though, because it's like, it's one thing to be like, "Hey, I have dirt on this person." It's another to be like, "I almost beat a cop to death." Yeah, I don't know. I think I don't know. You know what? No, I think she has to just go to one of her like these like biker dude people that are living in her house. I think she's got to go back there and be like, "Guys, I'm a fucking fugitive. I gotta get help."
So back to the house.
No, back to the house.
So you drop your car off at the you ditch that car near the bus station. You actually can walk back to your house from there. It's not like it's a couple miles. Like it's not like right there. Or you could like take one of the local buses or call a cab or do something like that.
How's your loose cash doing?
She has the wallet from Detective Church. Yeah.
So is there some cash in there that she could use for a cab? Because I think she's probably almost falling down with exhaustion and pain.
Okay, so
I think that's what she's gonna do.
She'll get a cab. Okay. She get a cab, takes you back to her house, her place, and I don't know that the guys. would you have told the guys anything before you left? I don't think so, right? I
No,
think you
because
were
it was
keeping it
supposed to be.
pretty
It was
secret
supposed
from
to
them.
actually, yeah, and actually, she was planning to get the fuck out of Bulwark, get that
Right,
money
right, right.
and leave. So, no, definitely not. This is
Mm.
fuck. Yeah.
And then so the question is like, did they miss you or notice? And probably not really. Like,
How many days
I,
has it been?
I also kind of
I think it's just the next day.
Yeah, they like gratitude probably goes in
Yeah.
visit someone's house for a day or something.
Yeah, exactly. I think they wouldn't be.
I'm amused by the idea that, I mean, it's not like these guys are truly your posse, right? I mean, they hang around you because you don't have a problem.
Yeah,
right.
And
so
I like give them a place.
Right.
To
so
stay.
It's like, hi guys, I have a problem. It's kind of like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah, exactly.
Bye. Who knows?
Yeah.
They are. Well, yeah, I have some ideas about them, but they're not. I don't know.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, you didn't buy
spitballing,
dice for them, so you didn't pay for any dice for them, so
they're not my small gang in Apocalypse World.
Yeah. Okay, so the taxi drops you off in front of your place. You can go in. Like I say, they don't really make it. I probably until they see kind of how badly you're banged up.
Yeah.
They don't notice anything. And do you try to completely like hide it from them and like sneak to your room, or what does that look like? They're sort of going about their business. They like, they see that you're there. They're like, oh, hey.
Yeah, I think this is, I mean,
Big Pete the biker says, oh, hey, Gratitude.
Yeah, Gratitude is like, she like takes off the hood and the sunglasses and she's like, hey.
And I think that will get them. Big Pete comes over a little closer and says, whoa, what? Yeah, you didn't tell me you were up to some rough stuff last night. What's going on?
Yeah, she says, I got kidnapped. She tells him this story about what happened, and I think she's pretty truthful about it. Like, she's like,
the robbery too? Wow.
The robbery and this stuff, because she's basically saying, all this stuff happened, blah blah blah, and I need help to hide. I need to hide somewhere. And yeah, I think she's just, she's lost all of her friends. She literally 2 of her friends died.
Yeah.
And so she's like, I think she's like trying to just be truthful.
Yeah. I guess Big Pete would say, did they, do they know who you are? Are they going to be coming here?
She's like, definitely.
Okay.
I think there's no way they don't know who I am.
Okay. So,
this is not good. These people are, oh no. Yeah, this is not good.
Okay. Yeah. So I think Big Pete and the other biker, they'll sort of start to like look. I think they are a little worried about all this.
Yeah.
And are you're asking them for help here?
Yeah. Well, because like, we got to get out of here. Maybe they know some people who can hide her. Basically, she's like, I've given you guys, a place to stay. And now,
is there a way for John to give you half a die as a gift die?
Right. And now I just need a little, just a little help. And I don't need this house. If I could figure it out, I could sign it over to one of you guys. Sign over the property. Like, she's like literally like, all she's picturing is being beaten to death in an alley by 2 policemen. So
yeah, So you can get the one gift die from me, and then you are
yeah.
you are
So not even
you know,
cutthroat manipulation here. You're just
it's not.
begging.
It's not. It's actually genuinely like she needs help.
Yeah.
Does begging? Did you put begging on?
I see nothing of the kind. Oh man.
She's definitely not begging. But she had a rich life.
Yeah.
And she's offering assets.
She's offering the rich life. That's fair. You're offering the house and the proceeds from the rich life. Okay. There we go.
Okay.
Just you have 3 dice
now,
and then
I can't gamble any pool dice. I just can't.
You
I don't
can.
like to.
Sam, you can.
It is true.
It's a choice. Yeah. It's a choice you're making not to.
Yeah. I will not gamble.
John, the devil of pool gambling.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to. We be very clear. You can.
No successes.
You choose not to.
No
that's
successes.
fine.
Yeah, that's right.
No successes.
Yeah.
No successes. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
none.
So Big Pete kind of looks over at his fellow biker,
Big Steve,
and says, look, like this is, we've got, we've got our probation officer, we're on probation. If like we've, it was one thing like to make sure no one was going to come by and harass you, but if you've gotten involved with the if you've gotten involved with the police, like we can't be anywhere near that scene.
Yeah. She
and they're starting to pack up their stuff.
I'm
amazed they took this long. I mean, this sort of a little bit of motorcycle vapor left in the air.
Yeah.
He is. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I'm wondering. I think he does leave he feels a little guilty. He does feel a little guilty, and he does leave a parting gift of some methamphetamine, some crystal meth, just because she thinks she could use it.